Alrighty, guys, All Facts Media here live with the new George Mason head coach Kim English. So first of all, congratulations on the gig coach. Obviously for you, it's been a short ride. I mean, obviously you got your first head coaching job in 2015 for a coach that you played for, and Frank Haith, and then after 6 years later, you're a head coach. So talk to me a little bit about your journey from transitioning from a player to a coach, and now being here, the head coach at George Mason.
Once my career in the NBA ended, I quickly realized that I wanted to get into coaching, and I started reaching out to Coach Haith. From Europe, I actually started doing scouting reports. While I was playing professionally in Europe, I would get home to my apartment and I would watch an opponent and send him a scouting report. I actually remember doing one for Coach Paulson's Bucknell team in 2013 or 14 in Columbia, Missouri. And so he knew that I was serious and I wanted to do it. I started to familiarize myself with the 2016 and 17 recruiting classes. Like, think about where I had relationships in Maryland or Missouri or New England, where I went to prep school, or Detroit. Like, I tried to use my relationships in places that I've been to try to, build my relationships, build my recruiting network rather. And I did it. And Coach Haith thankfully gave me my first opportunity, and I worked incredibly hard for him. He moved me to assistant coach. Coach Boyle, Colorado, I was just watching the game at Boo Williams, minding my business, and he came and sat next to me. We just started talking. And he lost an assistant coach. He hired me. Same thing with Coach Barnes. Coach Haith worked for Coach Barnes at Texas, and I'd go out to dinner with Coach Barnes on the road, and we're in recruiting in the summer, and we got a relationship, and he gave me a great opportunity at Tennessee, and 2 awesome years at Tennessee. COVID year was crazy last year, but we're a really talented team this past season. A lot of ups and downs because of COVID, like everyone in the country. But really fortunate, happy to be sitting here today.
Now, obviously, me and my brother being local guys here, a lot has been said recently in the media about local schools, Maryland, Georgetown, and the recruiting. For example, Maryland, an article came out today, actually, they haven't signed a guy from DeMatha in over 20 years. And lots been said about the program being able to get local guys to stay home. For you, what are you going to do to be able to kind of get these local guys to stay home at George Mason, and kind of, that Final Four team with Fowler and Campbell and Tony Skinner are guys from the area?
Will Thomas, Baltimore, John Lewis, Lamar Butler. I mean, where Lamar went? He went to Oxon Hill?
He's from here as well.
Lamar went to Oxon Hill, I think. So it's critically important. Like, it's the lifeblood of our program. Right? Player acquisition is so important. Like, our culture, recruiting, and scheduling. Culture, recruiting, scheduling. It's an every single day thing. I told our staff today, we're going to meet every single day on recruiting. Every single day we're meeting on recruiting. Where are we with prospects? Who is this kid? Let's get involved. Who's around him? What do we know? Like, it's the lifeblood of our program, and we're slap dab in the middle of the best in the world. The best prep prospects in the world are all within a 50-mile, 60-mile radius of right here. That is a blessing. It's so exciting that we can practice and get in a car and go watch a high school game, and then get in a car and go watch another high school game. Hey, coach, you having a morning workout? Cool, go to morning workout. Come back to work all day. Practice. Go to practice in the afternoon. Like, right here. McDonald's All-Americans, really good players, under the radar players. It's a great opportunity.
Obviously, most assistant coaches dream to be a head coach one day, and you want to get that job. And some coaches don't take any job. So, for you, why George Mason? Why George Mason? Why this time? Why this university? What made this first special for you to say, this is a job that I want at this point in time?
It's because it's not. It's because it wasn't for me. It wasn't about becoming a head coach. It was about winning when I became a head coach, being a successful head coach, being a championship head coach. And I think that all the infrastructure for that is here at George Mason. Obviously, in evidence of the banners, championships, Final Four. It's plainly obvious that the infrastructure is here to have success as a head coach.
Now, obviously, you mentioned it briefly in the press conference about your staff and what you're trying to assemble. For you, where are you at as far as putting together your staff? You mentioned obviously Coach Tomlinson, but What exactly are you looking for in the staff that you're trying to assemble here?
Yeah, I'm going to hire Dennis Felton as an assistant coach. He was the head coach at West Kentucky, head coach at Georgia, head coach at Cleveland State. He spent time in the NBA with the San Antonio Spurs, assistant coach at Providence, assistant coach at Clemson. Very sharp basketball mind, very sharp defensive basketball coach, communicator. I worked with him at Tulsa. I have one spot that I want to hire someone from the area, someone that knows this area intimately and is connected to all programs, that is accepted and welcomed in all programs, that knows our guys, that our guys respect. It's really important to me. And that's where I am on the 3 assistant coaches.
Obviously, you mentioned a little bit, Davidson and your presser. The A-10 is a multi-bid league. Obviously, with your VCU, your St. Bonaventure, St. Louis, etc. How do you expect to get this program up to that and to the level of those programs where you're competing for at-large bids, year in and year out?
Our culture, our recruiting, and our scheduling. That's how. And we will. We're so locked into our culture, the way we play, really getting buy-in on our identity. And that stuff will take care of itself. I'm not laser focused on those guys. I'm so laser focused on the level that we are competing every day. How much are we getting better every day? And that when we step on the court, no matter who it's against, if it's against the top team in the A-10, if it's against some team, a Division III team, or if it's against the top team in the ACC, Big East, or Pac-12, our standard is our standard. What we do, what we focus on, we're going to do every single day. And the winning will take care of itself.
Obviously, as 3 black men sitting here today, a lot of has been said about black coaches getting opportunities. We've seen a lot of the openings. Obviously, Coach Grant at BC.
10 out of the 15.
10 out of 15 has gone to black coaches. So for you, what does that mean? For you to be able to get this opportunity, and what does that say to the black coaches that might be trying to get to where you are down the line?
I would say that I have great responsibility right now, and it is a great responsibility that I don't take lightly, and I'm going to succeed. I'm going to succeed because of the people that are around me, the people that have helped lift me up to get me to this point, and I'm into helping coaches of all races and persuasions, but any young man that looks like me, that comes from where I come from, player, coach, anything, administrator, I'm going to give him everything that I can, because someone gave it to me.
Thank you for your time, Coach. Extremely grateful you taking the time out to talk to us, and we're going to be rooting for you guys, obviously, as black coaches and as DMV guys, for you to do well here.
Thank you. I appreciate it, man. All facts.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, guys. Yes, sir.